For, well, literally centuries, people have turned to precious metals when the economy gets shaky. They've always been a shield. And while the why you'd want to own them hasn't really changed, the how you can invest, oh, that's a whole new ballgame. So let's dive into the ultimate guide for using gold and silver to protect your wealth.
Let's start with a question that, is probably on your mind a lot these days. You work hard, you put money aside, but does it ever feel like that money just doesn't stretch as far as it used to? That's inflation, my friends, and it is a silent thief, shrinking your savings every single day.
And that really gets to the heart of the problem. See, unlike a physical asset you can hold, the paper money sitting in your bank account, its value can be eroded by all sorts of economic policies. Over the long haul, that means its real-world purchasing power is constantly under attack.
So if your cash is kind of like a leaky bucket, where do you put your wealth? Well, that brings us to the timeless financial shield, precious metals. Let's really dig into why gold and silver have earned this reputation as the ultimate safe haven assets. So what does safe haven asset even mean? It's pretty simple, actually. It's an investment that tends to hold its value or even go up when everything else in the market is going crazy. The key here is that unlike paper money, assets like gold have real intrinsic value. You can hold it in your hand. So what's the magic behind them? Why do they work so well? Well, first, they're the ultimate hedge against inflation, helping to preserve your buying power. Second, they're a fantastic diversifier because they often move in the opposite direction of the stock market, which helps lower your overall portfolio risk. And finally, think of them as your financial cushion, softening the blow during those really painful market downturns.
Now let's get into your modern investment toolkit. Look, buying jewelry is a wonderful tradition, but if we're talking pure investment, those super high making charges can seriously chew up your potential returns. The good news is, today we have much smarter and more efficient ways to invest in gold and silver.
And you have so many great options, really, depending on what you're trying to do. If you're a long-term investor who'd like to earn some interest, government-backed sovereign gold bonds are amazing. If you want to start small and just chip away at it regularly, digital gold is perfect. For more active traders who need to get in and out quickly, ETFs are probably the way to go. And of course, if you're someone who just wants to feel that physical weight in your hand, you've always got coins and bullion. It all comes down to your personal goals.
Okay, so now you know the what, but that's only half the story, right? Now we get into the real art of it, the how and the when. This is all about strategic buying, understanding the key differences between gold and silver, and figuring out the right time to make your move to get the biggest bang for your buck.
You really have to think of these two metals as having completely different personalities. Gold is like the steady, stable store of value. Its price reacts to big-picture stuff, like what central banks are doing or geopolitical drama. Silver, on the other hand, is the more volatile industrial workhorse. Over half of its demand comes from industries, think electronics, solar panels, electric vehicles. So its price is really tied to how well the global economy is doing.
So how do you pick between the two? Well, there's a really important indicator that all the pros watch called the gold to silver ratio. It's simple. It just tells you how many ounces of silver it takes to buy 1 ounce of gold. Now, when that ratio gets really high, say over 80 to 1, that can be a huge signal that silver is actually undervalued compared to gold and might just be the smarter buy at that moment.
And it's not just the ratio. There are a couple of other huge market signals to keep on your radar. Watch for a weakening US dollar and periods of low interest rates. When those things happen, the opportunity cost of holding an asset like gold, which doesn't pay you interest, goes way down. That makes it a whole lot more attractive to investors all around the world.
All right, let's bring it all home. We're getting into the final and maybe most practical part of this whole thing. I want you to start thinking about this not just as another investment, but as building an actual insurance plan for your entire portfolio. So here are the steps to make sure that plan is rock solid.
Seriously, before you spend a single rupee, you have to run through this checklist. Number 1, always verify the purity with BIS hallmarking. That's the official stamp of quality in India. 2, check the live market price, the last traded price, or LTP, on an exchange like the Multi-Commodity Exchange, the MCX. You don't want to overpay. And finally, don't forget the other costs. You've got to factor in things like storage and insurance if you're buying physical metal, and of course, the Goods and Services Tax, or GST, which is 3% on all purchases in India.
I absolutely love this metaphor from the source material because it's just perfect. Your investment in precious metals isn't supposed to replace your stocks or other things that are designed for growth. Instead, it's the ballast in your financial ship. It won't make the ship go faster, but boy, will it keep you stable and upright when the financial seas get rough.
So how much of this ballast do you actually need? Well, the general rule of thumb that most experts agree on is to allocate somewhere between 5 to 10% of your total portfolio to gold and silver. As you can see right here, it's not about going all in. It's about dedicating a small but powerful slice of your portfolio just for that stability and peace of mind.
Oh, and here is a fantastic tip, especially for our investors in India. If you invest using sovereign gold bonds and you hold them all the way to maturity, any of the profits, the capital gains you make, are completely tax-free. That is a huge, huge advantage for anyone looking to build long-term wealth.
Let's end on this one really powerful thought, because I think it sums up everything we've talked about perfectly. When you invest in gold and silver, you're not just buying another commodity. What you're really doing is buying a time-tested insurance policy for your financial well-being, no matter what surprises the future might hold.